Fantastic. So, a little update, obviously in Kyrgyzstan, again. Arrived in Grigorievka, I think that's pronounced correctly. It's where the gorge is on the north side of the Issyk Lake. You continue past Balakchi if you're coming from Bishkek and past Cholpanata, and then it's halfway between Cholpanata and essentially the curve point around to Karakol. Grigorievka. I've actually stayed here before and I pretty much forgot and made the mistake when I booked, although it's worked out quite well, because I stayed in the Dutch ladies yurt camp, which is in Grigorievka, but it's actually south of the road, so not towards the mountain. This is the gorge. And I think I remember staying there a week, and I had a cabin, so I think I just chilled out and went to the beach, if I remember. And I didn't do the gorge, which is kind of weird, but classic me. Even though it's the entrance to the gorge is, not too far to walk. So I booked this place for a week because I got a crazy deal, as I've reiterated many times to travellers, and they ask me what my plans are. I actually book things often 7-8 months in advance with free cancellation. The reason being, you lock in the price, and obviously with inflation, why not? Just general prices going up in the world. If you book last minute, not only are you competing with everyone else that's booking their trips, and ordinarily that pushes prices up organically, but yeah, you're obviously getting a better deal in terms of the exchange if you're booking far in advance. And often people just don't update their booking.com profiles or their accommodation site profiles as a whole. So they either leave them up after the summer, and consequently what you're paying is actually off. It's usually incorrect. It's like an off season, and the season's just basically begun now, the high season. So I paid £44 for 7 nights, private room with a kitchen and bathroom and all that kind of stuff, which is crazy good. That's what's that, 6.5? It's basically £6 a night, because I also get cash back through my Wizz Air account via using their affiliate link when using booking.com. So that's a short story of where I am. I arrived last night, so spent the whole afternoon, evening and night in my room doing various admin, and then I woke up super late actually, had a very good sleep, and got going at 10:30, which is very, very late to do the trail. The official hiking estimates for where I started to this point, which is the junction, this continues on into nowhere. The road will end and it will become trail. Over the top of that mountain is Kazakhstan eventually, and this road here I've actually just cut up so I didn't have to go all the way around. This goes to another town which goes back to the Issyk road, where I can then either continue walking or hitchhike back to Grigorievka. And the estimated time was 4 hours and 45 minutes approximately, 4.5 to 5 hours. I've just done it in 2 hours dead. Left at 10, just after 10:30, arrived here at 12:36. Just super high speed, very well rested, had a good breakfast. What did I have? I had kimchi with raisin bread, homemade apricot jam, a yogurt, and 4 mandarins. And last night I actually had a pack of biscuits, which is very naughty. I don't eat sugar pretty much ever, sugary substances. I never buy things that are in plastic packaging, but it's always good to have a few snacks if you're doing a hike. And I anticipated by the distance that this would be quite difficult, and obviously leaving at 10:30 I bought a flashlight, I've got my aluminum foil blanket, got a lighter, band-aid, this is all I carry when I'm doing a day hike. I've got 2 litre water, or 1.5, whatever that is, sun lotion obviously. I'm going to slap some more on now. I've actually got a tin of mackerel there. I've got a packet of raisins, I've got a packet of biscuits. Is that what I brought for food? Your chopsticks for the mackerel, glasses, tissue, power bank. And I've also bought 2 beanies, a pair of gloves, and I'm wearing got a neck bandana, and this jumper and shorts. Oh, and before I left, everyone is so fearful in the world, not to add a negative, but the one I'm staying with a Russian family, because there's lots of Russians in this part of Kyrgyzstan, albeit not Russians that have moved here recently, but they moved here either during the Soviet period, or in many cases a lot a lot further away than that. Like, you know, the Russians have been here with outposts in this particular area of Issyk for hundreds of years. But she said, oh, my daughter got bitten by a tick yesterday. And it is tick season and they were having encephalitis, so don't wear shorts, you have to be careful. People just live in perpetual fear, and it really amazes me because these are people that like live off the land, and it's kind of, you know, when you're close to society and you've got the TV on fucking everyday, Propaganda 101, people just become so fearful. They probably haven't even been up here since the 80s, even though it's on their back door. So yeah, I don't care about ticks. The craziest tick experience I had was in Bolivia. I had a tick on my dick. How about that? Sorry for that, people, but we were trapped in a tick-infested field in Bolivia, and we had hundreds crawling all over us between myself, a German and an Austrian. And ticks always try and get to places where you're not going to find them and where blood flows the best, let's say. So ticks are grimy things, but these things have never bothered me really. God, I need to slap some lotion on. So there we go. Right, I'll leave it there. 6 minutes 10 seconds. I'm going to leave in 3:30, 10-minute break, and that's it. It's going to be a bomb all the way back down to the road. The reason being is it's a little bit overcast here. It's not, in my opinion, exceptional. You know, when you travel for long periods over decades now, obviously there's a bar that's set, and here in Kyrgyzstan there are absolutely phenomenal valleys. Eltin Arashan, Tashrabat being two prominent ones, and they just clear this straight off the board. This is nothing compared to what they are. And you know, these kinds of scenes aren't uncommon in places like Germany either, or many kind of European countries. Georgia has infinitely better mountains. This particular gorge, I'm not referring to Kyrgyzstan, this particular gorge, and also it's just because it's so close to, you know, Kazakhstan, it's very accessible from Bishkek. It's just laden with just kind of like abandoned little guest houses and abandoned shacks for selling seasonal fruits and veg during the peak season. So it's not, you know, it's clean, but it's not super scenic. There's obviously signage, and it's quite commercial, this place, whereas Altan Arashan is far further away. So yeah, I'll leave it there, and I'm going to get going. Cool.